Okay. I guess we're going now officially. See. Nah. Hey, what's up? Hold on. For a sec. Do you know the way? You are like throwing out such an old meme, dude. That meme is like just ancient memes. I mean, it's something you respect it. Dude, I was like literally one of the people that were like taking part in the meme when it first started. And straight and forth. That meme fought for your freedom in Korea? Oh my god, dude. Little OP, don't you think? Change your armor system and now the game is totally trash. Nice. Over here. Please September if it absolutely piss you off. Well, you can just link it right now. I'm just doing this really quick. I'm not gonna take long. Oh, Scrub J. Right over there. But, Here's see if we can get a look at it. Oh. Right up in there. Oh, it's up in that tree over there. Ooh, ooh. Right there. Oh my goodness, hey bud. What is it got? Did he just go over there? Oh my god, hold on. Sukop! Oh my fucking god. Oh. Hey, buddy. Zooks. Seriously. Oh my god, my neighbor had... You really do have a few chickens. Zookov, come here. Come on. No! Don't be doing that. What's wrong with you, dude? Come on. No. Get... I think he has like 3 or 4 chickens over there. Dude! Come on. Come on. Back this way. No, no. That way. Dude. Oh my god. Over here. Hope you haven't already seen it. Probably not. I mean, I don't know, maybe. Zookov, come here. Just got a last little bit right here. There we go. Alright, Zooks, come on, bud. Come on, bud. Should hide your nuts like the mighty squirrel. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just letting them hang out in different places. Come on, dog. Come on. Alright, there we go. Like, so what I normally do is I set them up in those different little spots. I'm actually planning on making like another little platform or something like that for them too. Because I figured that would be a little something fun. Maybe like some sort of like a little maze even. Like a little like baby maze. Or maybe like something for like some contraption that they have to kind of solve or something. As a way to grab some treats. Because squirrels are genuinely very smart. So they could figure shit like that out. There we go. Oops. There we go. There we go. So what's this moist video? And before I get too much on that, let's get this going. There we go. Okay. Here. Principal since 5th grade of jail. Oh, is this like one of his clips from his live stream? Here, will screen share work for... Yeah, I guess it does. Okay. I mean, it's annoying, but whatever. What the fuck are you gonna do? Also, I noticed there's like this little like gradient bar. Like, you see that little white like kind of fade? I don't get that, but that's also new. And I guess in order to show that you have your stuff off, they actually kind of black out the icons too. So, I mean, there are like a few things, you know, that I'm actually okay with the update that Streamlabs did, but there's so much I'm really fucking annoyed with, like this. Wherever the hell I am on this corner. Kids' parents should sue. Alright, well here, I'll do this. I'll like put this on 1.25 speed. We'll check it out. Wait, I need my Bluetooth, hold on. That's in my room. Ah, shit. Really? Of course my coffee just dropped. That's awesome. You know what? Fucking Christ. Ah! Really? Well, that's just right. At least it's built on in a bag, so I don't really have to clean anything up with that. So that's fucking annoying.
Year-old in Brownsville is an honor student that was put in solitary confinement after being bullied by his principal.
What?
So the principal bullies him and throws him in jail? How does that work? Where's the X? Am I stupid? Oh, there it is. It's on the left. Man, this is already an extremely sad story. Holy shit. Timothy's efforts to speak out and request counseling for himself at the start of his 5th grade school year at Palm Grove Elementary School led to what family called retaliation by Palm Grove Elementary School principal Murda Garza. On September 8th, school administrators told Timothy, who irked the principal with requests for counseling and for clarification on school dress code policies, that other students allegedly school dress code policies that another student alleged that he made threats against Garza. Timothy denied the allegation, but Garza called law enforcement, who detained him and placed him in solitary confinement for 3 days at the Darrell V. Hester Juvenile Detention Center in Brownsville.
What the fuck? For what? Trying to get clarification for a fucking dress code or something? Like, and what? Trying to seek counseling or something too? I mean, like, that's like basic shit a principal should be able to deal with for a kid. Like, I mean, it's like, yeah, like, figure out what the dress code is, which you should fucking know. You're the principal, you goddamn idiot. And, you know, just let them know what it is. And then, you know, when it comes to counseling, I don't know, set them up with that. With making terrorist threats? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Their parents better fucking sue.
You could just detain an 11-year-old for 3 fucking days?
In ISO, dude. In isolation. Like, I mean, why, what? I mean, I can understand maybe the kid being sent home if the kid was being being rowdy and, like, you know, kind of acting out or some shit. Like, I can understand maybe having a 3-day suspension or something. But, like, that's a suspension. Like, that's where you're either, like, in school suspension or you're out school suspension where you're at home.
What? Cameron County prosecutors pushed for Class C felony charges of terroristic threat and argued for 2 more weeks of detention. Instead, Judge Adela ordered a safety risk evaluation and conditional home release until his hearing on November 8th. What? Juvenile justice experts interviewed by the Texas Observer.
Yeah, we'll let the charges keep going through, but we'll be gracious and let the kid go back home. It's like, fuck you, dude. What is this shit, dude? This principal should be fired and fucking sent to fucking jail himself. I mean, this fucker should be sent to prison too. Like, fuck this guy.
The school district and police seem to have violated state laws, I would imagine. It sounds like a violation. And other rules in Timothy's case that are intended to protect such young children from excessive law enforcement actions. These include a law that requires the school to undergo a fact-based systemic threat assessment involving the parent to determine if the threat is an imminent threat, warranting a referral to law enforcement, and a Texas Supreme Court order that prohibits the handcuffing and shackling of young children. State law allows a minor to be placed in solitary confinement for 24 hours. Staff at the detention center told Rinson her son was further isolated for COVID precautions. All because he was asking for counseling?
Okay, that is bullshit. That's just a bullshit excuse. Like, oh, we did it for COVID? Fuck off. Like, that is bullshit. That is just, like, nothing more than a fragrant fucking lie, dude. Like, this idea that, like, oh, well, you know, we're doing this because we're worried the kid might have COVID or something. It's like, fuck you. This ain't 2020. And even, you know, and even if, like, obviously it ain't, but, like, even if, like, you know, it's just, like, you know, even if it's, like, that case, and it's, like, I mean, then let the kids stay home. Like, when it comes to quarantine, they stay home. a state allows them to put a child in ISO. I think I might have misheard. Like, I'm pretty sure Charlie was saying that what the whole situation was in violation of state laws.
Full dress code? What the fuck?
That shit hurts even mentally sound adults. Yeah, and the people that need it the least, not that anyone should deserve it. Like, I mean, you know, it's like the people that deserve it the least out of, you know, this shit would be kids.
Has this been on any other news outlet, or just here and that's it? I have no idea. Someone in chat just mentioned it. But I mean, this is from the Texas Observer, which I imagine is reputable. Kid's pretty smart for asking for counseling at 11. Yeah, I would say so. But instead he got thrown in the fucking slammer.
Oh, shit.
So after mentioning that the school needed to have a counselor, he said afterward he felt he was being picked on because Garza repeatedly admonished him. First for his haircut, and then for not wearing a school uniform, a rule that had not been enforced the prior year. There is no dress code policy posted on the school's website, and most photos show students not wearing uniforms. Timothy wrote 3 handwritten letters to Garza asking her to clarify if wearing the uniform was a school recommendation or policy. Garza never responded, but according to Timothy, would stand outside of his classroom or in the lunchroom to yell, "Uniform, Murray." What an evil lady.
Dude, what a cunt. Like, I mean, seriously, like, I mean, so they have a dress code, which I think is stupid anyway. Like, as long as, like, the kid isn't, like, you know, like, literally wearing, like, you know, nipple tape or some shit and, like, a G-string, I don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Like, let them wear what they want. You know, it's like, I mean, I think they're stupid, but, you know, even if there's, like, some basic dress code, and even from what it sounds like, it's not even enforced. Like, I guess they do technically have, like, school uniforms, but they're not enforced. Which, what the fuck does this kid's haircut have to do with anything, too? And if the kid's not wearing a uniform, but it's not enforced, then fuck off. How about that? Kink stuff or gang wear, I don't care. Yeah, pretty much. But the thing is, I'd be kind of careful with the gang wear term, because like schools have used that to enforce policies, just by making kids not wear like band shirts or like sports teams and shit like that. I mean, I'm a little bit more I guess liberal, laissez-faire about the gang wear part, just because more often than not it can be used as more of a justification just to stop kids from wearing like suicidal tendencies or some shit. Or like, or some like, sports, fucking team, because it has like red or blue and then color or whatever.
Kids behind me without uniforms, but they didn't get screamed at. She would tell me, "Where's your uniform? Otherwise we're going to kick you out of ACE, after school program. Revoke your library privileges and revoke your lunch privileges."
Lunch privileges? Those aren't privileges. That's a necessity to have fucking lunch.
What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? How is she not being investigated? Or maybe we're not through with the article, maybe she is. What an evil piece of shit. And everyone has failed this kid. On September 3rd, Timothy sent a letter to Gutierrez. In the email Rinson shared with the Observer, Timothy writes that Garza is picking on me without addressing my letters. Timothy never received a response. Fucking everyone has failed this kid.
What the fuck is a lunch privilege? I'm assuming lunch should be a right. Yeah, it should. Like, this idea that lunch is like some fucking privilege is a little psychotic to me.
His ordeal began 5 days later. In the morning of September 8th, Timothy was pulled out of music class, ushered into a room where he found Garza, assistant principal Michelle, district police officer, and counselor sent from the district administration office. He was told another student had just reported Timothy said he was planning to kill the principal. Rinson said she was called and rushed to the school, but was not allowed to be in the room with Timothy. When the police officer had his body cam off, they were yelling and telling me, we're gonna go to the full extent. We're gonna put you in the lockbox. Then, when the body cam was finally on, they were so nice.
Dude, what the fuck? It should be illegal for body cams to be turned off, honestly. And a cop should be immediately put to prison, for doing shit like that. Not just being fired. Like, honestly, fuck that shit. That is psychotic. And also being pulled out of music class, I mean, being a band music kid nerd, like, back in high school, and just in school in general, like, I mean, I was, like, in music classes from, like 5th grade on, up until I graduated. And straight up, like, I mean, you're just minding your business, in music class, doing your thing, like with all the other kids and shit, and then out of nowhere this happens. Dude, that would be fucking disturbing to me. Especially when, like, you're in one of your, like, more outlets in school. Like, for me, music class was an outlet for me. And I can imagine for Timothy, it's the same fucking thing.
This is an infuriating story. He said Reset Bland, leadership wish. I don't know what my favorite quote would be, Alter. I'd have to really stop and think about it. Timothy told another student that his hair was messy because he was up all night to come up with a plan to kill Miss Garza. What the fuck? That wouldn't even make sense. No, sorry,
it doesn't.
My hair's all disheveled and shit because I was too busy planning to kill her. No one would say that. Ever. Literally ever. And then thrown in salt.
It just sounds like there was a kid that didn't like Timothy and kind of got word about this bullshit that's been happening with him and basically used it as an excuse to fuck on him. Like, and just ruin his life, basically. I mean, honestly, it's like, I mean, this kid, whoever did that, whoever, you know, like, snitched, you know, and lied, you know, about this, should also, like, face some sort of penalty. I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily prison, but goddamn, they deserve to get fucked, like, you know, some sort of, you know, penalty on this shit. Like, they're complicit with this.
For 3 days. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I suppose I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, Timothy made it like some one-off little joke or something like, oh yeah, that, you know, that's stupid principle. It'd be funny if I planned on killing her or something. You know, just as like a little joke. You know, it's like some one-off thing, just because kids are dark, edgy little fucks. So, I mean, you know, I wouldn't be surprised, but I honestly, you know, don't think it fucking matters. Like, you know, like, I mean, you know, honestly, I mean, personally, I don't even think the kid said it, but let's give benefit of doubt, you know, like, you know, when it comes down to, like, you know, could he have? Maybe. And even if he did, so what? I mean, it's not like the kid's, like, actively going to be doing it, because it seems more like they just want to, you know, be left alone and just, like, you know, just, like, not get bullied by a fucking principal, an adult. We'll never trust the 40 figure again. No, they better not, honestly. I mean, I wouldn't. And honestly, a part of, like, you know, why I never trust authorities, because weirdly enough, this, not like this, but I was actually pulled out of a music class once because the detectives were questioning me about, like, some shit I literally did not know anything about. Like, because I guess apparently there was, like, an actual, like, registered sex offender that was, like, you know, like, talking to a kid or some shit, and one of the roommates of that guy apparently mentioned to detectives, like, oh, hey, he's talking to this kid, which I guess supposedly was my name or something. And for, like, 3 days, like, they would, like, either come to my school or to my fucking house asking questions about it, and I'd literally be here, like, I don't fucking know anything. Like, I mean, if I did, I would help you, because, I mean, fuck people like that anyway, but, I'm, so, I don't know, like, you know, I've straight up, you know, like, mentioned so many different times, and eventually they kind of left being like, look, I don't know if this kid just generally doesn't know anything, or if he's got, like, the most serious poker face I've ever seen. And it's like, because that's what they told my mom, and I'm just, like, sitting here, like, well, my mom told me that, it's like, did they really fucking think I knew shit? Because even to this day, me and my mom will talk about that, and, you know, about that, you know, moment, you know, and to this day, I'll tell her, it's like, I don't fucking know jack shit. In fact, honestly, like, a couple years after it, I actually looked up the dude's name and stuff just to see what the fuck was up, and, yeah, I mean, you know, he was, you know, definitely a real dude and shit, definitely had multiple cases about him, and I think he was recently put in prison again, you know, after I looked him up again, so it's like, well, whatever he was doing, they caught him again. So, I mean, you know, it was like, it was so fucking weird because, like, I mean, I even remember, like, because the first time they pulled me aside was when I was in music class, and even our band director, because it was, like, a couple weeks before one of our bigger performances of the year, and he was even up, so it's like, hey, yo, this better be kind of important, and I was sitting here, like, I'm confused, like, talking to investigators, like I said, I looked at Slip, and I even looked at him, like, I don't know what this is, I'm kind of confused about this, too. He's like, well, I guess better check it out, and I just kind of shrugged, and went, alright, you know, and, like, you know, and then, because it was, like, the last, like, 20-ish minutes of class, it was, like, in the middle of one of those little lecture things, which, honestly, was a little, like, slightly embarrassing because I was like in front of the whole class, but even they were like, I kind of looked over to everyone else and they were kind of like, huh? Talking to investigators, what? Like, they kind of heard a little bit of that, and I remember the next day I had class, a few kids asked, like, what was that all about? And I let them know, and they were like, oh shit. And they were all kind of like, oh, okay. But I told them too, didn't fucking know anything. If anything, I was just kind of like, what the fuck, and kind of was on edge there for like a few weeks, honestly. It was not cool.
Does the school have security cameras? No way the staff in that school is not investigated after this incident. There might be more victims too. That's what I'm thinking. This probably isn't isolated to just this kid.
Well, definitely not.
He's probably the only one that got thrown in solitary confinement, but I'm sure there's been a lot of other fucked up shit that this principal has done.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this principal is just a fucking egregious bastard of a cunt and just has like been in a very abusive fuck and uses her authority, you know, to just like basically be abusive towards kids. At least like verbally and mentally especially, but I guess to a certain extent physically by letting kids go in the fucking isolation chambers for making terroristic threats.
This entire
I honestly guarantee you that whole threat that, you know, was claimed about this kid is totally made up.
Or not the school body, that would refer to the kids. Sorry. I meant the school board. I meant all the adults here that threw a child in solitary confinement and the principal for targeting him, all because he asked for counseling. Sounds like a Matilda movie. I don't get why such an important occupation as a teacher has such low requirements of salary. That's something I said a million times, man.
No shit. I mean, teachers seriously need to be paid more.
I don't get it either. I think everyone...
I mean, to be fair, also stricter qualifications in a way as well. I mean, at least in the sense of, like, if you have a past or are shown to have, you know, some questionable behavior when it comes to dealing with kids. Like, and that don't even mean that in, like, you know, being a diddler. I mean that, well, that too, by the way. But I mean that in the sense of being an abusive fuck. Like, you know, use their power, you know, abusively and corruptedly, you know, to essentially just control kids, you know, for the sake of controlling them. Like, I mean, there's definitely, like, you know, needs to be some... kind of like qualifiers, or at least, you know, firewalls, so to speak, you know, to kind of like, you know, prevent this type of shit from happening. Like, honestly, I mean, even if, like, you know, there is, you know, people that might slip through the cracks or whatever, and, you know, incidents, you know, come out from them, there needs to be a very strict fucking policy on dealing with shit like that. Like, a very strict policy. It's like, you know, like a one strike, you know, it's like your, like, you know, suspension from the school year, you know, warning, and then the next time, you're out. Like, that's how it should be. It should be very fucking strict.
And smart children are integral to a strong society in the future, and yet it's the only group that we actively try and make shittier. Either by discouraging good teachers by offering them low pay and putting them in bad positions, or feeding them the absolute worst shit ever that rots their brain. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't understand it either.
I'm serious, this actually could work. What, making a furry being a requirement? I mean, mate, honestly, you know, there are some teachers that are furries. And honestly, like, since furries tend to be some of the more friendlier people that you'll ever meet, and tend to be actually genuinely nice people, and very empathetic, I honestly am I'm willing to go with it. I don't necessarily think it should be a requirement, but if it's like, you know, if like, you know, you have like a list of like, oh, these are, you know, qualifiers that are definitely encouraging, you know, like, you know, as a way to kind of help edge, you know, the idea of maybe hiring somebody, I put furry on there. Go work in a full fursuit. Dude, I totally would. I mean, at my job, I can't really, but honestly, like, if I had a job where I could, I would. If I had one.
I guess it's easier
God
to
damn
just
it.
make everyone like a drone.
Need a new lighter.
If you turn everyone into a zombie that'll just consume, maybe that's more beneficial for businesses. I don't know. I couldn't really find a smart answer for it, but it is just really sad. That's what Corpo wants. Yeah, I guess that's probably the reason. I don't know.
Guess spare lighter.
I don't know which. There's been a lot.
I'll just have to get...
My pocket.
I kind of need another... Well, I need a new one until,
I didn't finish the last couple paragraphs where they were just kind of going
I'll-
over everything they did wrong.
I just need to grab another one, once I get up to work.
I don't think she is. Here, we'll look at the conclusion. After the incident, Rinson transferred Timothy to another elementary school where his former principal, the one whose guards were replaced, and Counselor Palm Grove Elementary now work. He says you can talk with him when he's facing problems. He resumed his old routines and is dealing with more familiar stress these days, running around his breaking contests, with the upcoming battle with studying to test into the gifted and talented program next year. So it doesn't seem like she's being investigated, though she very much should be. ASAP.
Charles,
And this bitch should seriously be investigated. I definitely agree with Charlie on that one.
They have a
Co-op schools coming to a town near you. Because company towns are back, baby.
You're telling me the fucking elementary school here, with this evil, repulsive scoundrel here of a principal, is posting their apology on Facebook. The apology should just be, she's being investigated. The authorities are here. Here's a picture of her being taken away in cuffs. Why the fuck is an elementary school making a goddamn, like, YouTuber apology?
I mean, the next thing they would need is just a ukulele.
Just take action on it. Like, that's it. You don't need a Facebook apology. Just do something actionable. Where are you seeing it? I can't find their...
See, but that requires work. And since she's been a principal for, like, who knows how fucking long, we don't want to replace her, so it's like, you know, like, we would put in the work, but how about nah?
Their Facebook, unless they just...
It's too hard.
Because I think this is it. And this, yeah.
We'll just let her repulsive behavior just consistently and continuously just, you know, like, always fucking, just always be around. Abusing kids, because why not? Was this North Korea because they have the ukulele as a national instrument? I did not know that. So that's new to me. I was only saying this because it's reference to that fucking toxic gossip train lady. Toxic gossip train. With her apology. Or apology video. Like the best apology video ever made on YouTube. Or the best worst, I should say. That one. I mean, it's like, that's why I was reference. Okay, whatever. I guess both works. Because, you know, she would work great as a North Korean prison officer. Totally forgot about that one. How could you forget about the best worst apology video that was ever made on the internet? I mean, like, that shit is timeless, dude. It's been 20 internet years since then, and it's a timeless classic. I mean, how can you forget about that? Like, oh my god. No, but I think we kind of get the gist of this. They're not going to do anything with the principal. They're going to do an internal investigation, find out nothing happened from it, and basically, you know, everyone sings Kumbaya, and Timothy gets to be traumatized, and yeah, all that shit. Cool. Fuck that school. Fucking horrible. Yeah, I mean, like, it just, like, shows that, I mean, our education system, outside of just, like, the conditions and, you know, shitty teachers and shit like that, stuff like, you know, I mean, it's one of those things where it's just, like, I mean, like, it needs a lot more of, you know, of a stricter crackdown on. Like, I mean, the fact that, like, this type of shit happens way more fucking often than it should is insane to me. It's already bad enough that teachers don't get paid enough, class sizes are ridiculous, and all this other shit. Like, it's already bad enough as it is with that. But, like, with, you know, like, I mean, with this shit, I mean, it just, like, compounds that and makes it even fucking worse. Dude, baked sweet potato topped with honey, cinnamon, peanut butter, and jam. I know this two sound weird, but it works. The last two, I mean, honey, peanut butter, jam with cinnamon on a sweet potato. I mean, that don't sound bad. Oh, Rose, I tried one of those, like, Nilla wafer sandwich banana cream things. Fire as fuck. I made 2 of them, but I couldn't eat the other one in complete totality because it was just really filling. So I saved it. And then I ate the rest of it later. It was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't as good once it was kind of saved on the side, just because, like, the whipped cream in it kind of, you know. And then the Nilla wafers kind of got soft, but, yeah, it was still good. Definitely gonna make a couple more of those. At least now I know I can't really eat 2, so I'm just gonna make 1 at a time, though. So, Just manage your finances better, my guy. Dude, that shit still pissed me off. And yeah, I noticed that you mentioned that, and I'm literally looking right at it. It's right here. Looking right at this bad boy. And I like how he put Scotty in here, even though he barely said anything.
You want the world to get better, you do the work between the elections, and during the election you make the best choice, and then you get your ass back to work. That's...
Okay, I love this teaser because he's saying this like TJ, Paul, or Scotty, like, just never have said this before. Big, like, I mean, oh my god, yeah, dude, I'd love this shit. We're definitely gonna have to, like, you know, look at this for sure.
Like me, spend a lot of our time whining online. That's our jobs. But the difference between you and me...
You know, I think that's a little interesting, a little self-admission. It's like, yeah, like, y'all's jobs are whining and bitching online, but that's partially the problem at this point. And that's a call out to all of those motherfuckers. Like, I mean, including TJ and Paul and Vosh, all of them. Like, frankly, I mean, not many of them actually go out of the way to do the work. I mean, honestly, there's one dude I will, you know, kind of make somewhat of an exception for. And it's Hassan, because he's actually, like, walked picket lines and stuff like that, and it's done streams doing that and shit. So, like, when it comes to, like, walking the walk, I mean, Hassan actually has done that every now and then. So I'm willing to kind of grant him a little bit of a pass. A little bit. I wish he would kind of do it more often, but, you know, he's done it occasionally. So, I mean, outside of him, I can't really think of anybody else that's actually gone out of the way to do shit like that. I mean, Vosh hasn't, you know, done anything like that. Whatever IRL, like, content he does is usually when he's in, like, you know, kind of halls of power, like at, like, Politicon or whatever the fuck. Or in DC, like last time. Just don't pretend your accomplishment means anything to anyone else but you. Yeah. Like, I mean, you know, for me, the only real accomplishment I get out of doing what I do is just, you know, like, hopefully, you know, like, if anything, just hopefully, like, just spreading, you know, broadly, you know, like, leftist ideas, and also just hanging out and shooting the shit. I don't really have, like, some grandiose idea about what I do. Like, you know, it's, I mean, and honestly, I kind of wish that a lot of, you know, content creators kind of had a little bit more of that admission and just honesty. It's like, because, yeah, like, what I do is not exactly grandiose or special. I mean, there's plenty of motherfuckers that do shit like that I do. You know, like, I mean, you know, maybe more professionally, maybe even less professionally, but still, there are plenty of people that do that. It's like the inverse of their debate with Dylan Burns. A little bit. Well, not really, because Ukraine wasn't even mentioned at all. It was all about electoralism. Oh my god, there's so many comments. Space easily solve one fact. I can name 100 meaningful ways by it is better. Yeah, well, name every single one, buddy. Name every single 100 meaningful. Oh my god, I hate that. Yeah, whatever. Give me a grip, bro. Like, I already hate it. I can think of literally 100 ways. Name them then. Go down the list. Go down the list. I want to see that 100 list. I bet I could refute at least half of it. I mean, it's like, or at least there could be at least some sort of a rebuttal. All the, wait, what, in all of the group I've seen, the Facebook group, the Reddit, the comments seem to be on Vosh's side mostly. I mean, like, I've kind of noticed that a little bit, I suppose, but even then, like, a good chunk of those comments aren't just utterly sycophantic to Vosh. And from what I've noticed, there's a lot of people that are like, I get, you know, TJ and Paul's perspective, and if anything, I kind of agree with them, but I just think Vosh is probably a little bit more correct at the end of the day, and blah, 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 blah. And in fact, honestly, there's a few of them that are saying that, like, you know, I think they just agree, like, you know, more than they think. They just got hung up on this, like, one point, which they kind of did. They literally went over, like, in circles over the same fucking topic. I mean, so, yeah, they kind of, like, just got hung up on one little thing, you know, because honestly, Vosh is so fucking, like, stuck up on it. Like, he's the one who's, like, really hyper-fixated on electoralism, so he's the one who kept bringing it up. So, I mean, it's one of those things where it's just like, I mean, he just had to be like a debate bro about it. And honestly, a lot of his fans like that shit, and they eat that shit up. And honestly, it's like, it's more or less was meant to be more of a conversation. Like, I mean, that's why, you know, there was a little bit of buttering up. Like, you know, the first thing that Paul's, like, mentioned is like, So what's your thing about horses, my dude? I mean, because, you know, they're just trying to be chill, but then electoralism came up.
Yeah, my emergency lighters are pretty much the same way, just a little flame. Okay, the lighters smoke, but not so much a bomb.
Yeah. I mean, I'll buy one later and I can get you, I'll bring it back, but it's just for today, pretty much.
Okay, I need a lighter here.
I'll just leave it right here.
Okay.
Young Arctic fox approaching a fisherman while he was ice fishing. Oh my goodness, look at this cute little fox. Oh, look at it, so cute. The fox just wants to fish. Also,
Не нагрей так сильно. Ну куда ты? Что тебя, блин?
it's
Ну ты наглый.
dude, it acts like Sukov when he knows he's getting into something bad, and I keep telling him, hey.
Фу! Это моя мойва. Моя рыба, говорю. Моя. Лунка моя, рыба моя. Ну ты кадр, ладно?
Dude, even he's laughing. He's like, oh,
Выкопал.
oh, he let him have a fish. See, that's all our boy wanted.
Красавчик.
See, oh, now see, he walks off. See, he wanders off after. See, that's all our boy wanted. Our little foxy friend just wanted to fish. He wanted a snack. It's like, hey, you're in my territory, buddy. What's up, man? What's up? What's up? I just want to fish. You get a little fish tax. I like how, you know, initially the fisherman was like, hey, get out of here, go, shoo, and eventually he just kind of gave up. It's like, alright, you're adorable, whatever, I can't keep you away for long, you're cute. Alright, I'll let you have a fish. He got a fish and, you know, wandered off, did its thing. I mean, it's kind of interesting, like, I mean, you know, depending on how an animal acts, I mean, you can kind of infer what they kind of want a little bit, because I could already tell that fox just kind of wanted a snack or something. Because I think, you know, that fox is probably likely have seen fishermen out and about before and kind of gets the idea that, ooh, I could easily get a fish. And, you know, and I wouldn't be too surprised, like, either after fishermen leave, they, you know, the fox will go over and see if there's anything left or anything. You know, but maybe he got a little curious today and decided to go walk up to a fisherman that day. Just see what would happen. I mean, that fox seemed like it was pretty chill with people. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if honestly it's done that at least a couple times before. See how they're related to cats. Yeah, foxes are just like super fluffy little mini dogs with the mind of a cat. It's kind of like essentially is what a fox is. Oh. Oh. Zukov's in just the biggest little ball. It's adorable. It's just adorable. Be more like them. Be like the raccoon, taking Kit Kats at the airport. Be like the bear, eating food at the convenience store. Be ungovernable. True. Be ungovernable. Be the orcas that sink the yachts. Dude, there should really be like, I'm sure there are, but there needs to be like some t-shirts, you know, of that says be ungovernable, and it just has like different little scenes of the different animals that have like infamously like rose up. Like the raccoon taking a Kit Kat, the bear eating food at a convenience store, the orca sinking ships. Like, we need all of it, dude. Javelinas, you know, tearing up golf courses. Like, I mean, did I show you that Orca Incel article by The Onion? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because I remember mentioning it's just like, yeah, because I remember mentioning that like, I mean, I'm pretty sure the orcas wouldn't be like incels. I think they're just rising up. Which incels will do shit like that. Yeah, I mean, you know, I feel like, you know, a lot of their angst and energy could be taken into more productive ways, that's for sure. And if anything, that would also, to a lot of chicks, be like, oh. You know, be like, oh. You know, if anything, that would get them to probably get laid quicker. It's like, fuck the system! I wanna get laid, fuck you, system! Like, throws a Molotov at a yacht, like... I mean, if anything, there'd be, like, a lot of, like, lefty chicks that'd be like, oh, damn, that's hot. So, I don't know, man, they'll get laid pretty quick. What would you do? I honked at a car in front of me and this angry alpaca popped out. Now I'm not sure what to do. Oh shit. Oh shit, dude. I want to honk at the car again, that's for sure. Because our boy, this alpaca, is just straight fucking flexing, dude. Just flexing at you. It's like, what's up? I dare you do that again, bitch. I mean, if anything, I'd probably just, you know, apologize. Be like, oh shit, I'm sorry, sir. Ugh. How in the fuck did it get alpaca in there anyway? You know, not even gonna question it. But it is beautiful. Burp. Yeah, let's see if there's like anything else we can look at real quick. Oh shit. I actually got recommended one of my little guilty pleasures I've been watching lately. Traumatizing Strangers on Omegle with my Riz. Dude, this guy's Riz game is like insanely on point. It's ridiculous.
Oh, wouldn't mind putting that finger in my...
Oh shit, hold on. Here. Don't want to spoil the dude, but this is our dude. This is our guy with the Riz game.
Ready, 3, 2, 1.
I rock with that. I rock with that. Oh my god.
I think you would rock with my face even more.
Oh. Get that, Clara!
Get that, Clara!
Let's get that part
I
out.
don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. I'm married.
What is going on right now? This is an AI. There's literally
An AI?
AIs.
This isn't an AI. This is what I look like. Are you saying my face looks like a filter? Why are you laughing? No, why are you laughing?
No, I love your like mask. I was like, that was wild.
To go and get pitted, so pitted.
I'm gonna go now.
She was about to go and then he just did that and froze her. Nope. Now she's really gone.
That's kind of cool.
Thank you.
Cameras
2 cameras, only 2.
or 3.
Possibly.
He always does these little bits like this where he like will do little like quick little cuts like that, you know, mostly just to try to like, of course, like Riz up, you know, like, you know, these random little chicks or like dudes even, you know, that would just like, you know, pop up on Omegle just to see their fucking reaction, like, because there's the one dude that does like crazy freaky jump scares and this guy does the opposite where he's just like, I'm just gonna Riz him up with my ridiculous bald head. And funny enough, strangely works sometimes. At least, you know, just looking at some of the reactions, like, I mean, you can kind of tell she kind of got a little rizzed up.
Wow, wouldn't mind putting that finger in my...
What the fuck is going on, dude?
You heard me.
Alright, time out, bro.
Time in.
What is going on? What is
Ew.
going on, bro? What is going on?
You're not fooling me, Fed. I hear the way you're talking. You sound like a cop.
I'm trying to be nice, man.
What do you mean you're trying to be nice?
Bro, listen, what the fuck? Okay. Oh, yeah, that's why you wear that hat. I forgot. Okay. I just got restubbed.
Damn.
You took off my mask yet.
Take off your mask.
Alright, but don't fall in love.
She's like, alright.
Hello.
Hi.
You recognize me?
I love that reaction. She's like, ooh, I wonder what's behind the mask. She's like, alright. And takes off, she just breaks. These are pretty amusing to me. This is a little guilty pleasure. I mean, because it's just like the reactions, you know, to it are what really kind of make it funny. Because, I mean, he kind of is not exactly the most attractive looking dude, but somehow, like, he makes it fucking work, though. Like, he makes it, like, you know, work to his advantage in it. Especially with that most goofy looking, like, fuzzy little balaclava. I kind of want one of those, honestly. It looks nice. It actually looks warm. Like, I'd get, like, a neck gaiter version of that, honestly, just for the winters. Looks nice. Looks nice and warm. But it's been my little guilty pleasure lately. Like, it's been popping up on my shorts the last, like, couple weeks, and I'm just like, this guy's actually kind of funny. So I've been just, like, watching this stuff lately, too. I've been getting, like, a few guilty pleasures, you know, lately. One Revolution, we're just very selective. Wait, what's going on with this? Oppress 6 billion masses, await right Hawkeye, delete Revolution! We just need the right hot revolutionary to just rizz up the populace, dude. Is this alright? We're having mac and cheese. And Battle Sue cooked it. Thanksgiving mine on the left, hers on the right. What y'all think? Both y'all need to be put in prison. The fuck is up with what happened to the Mac, dude? The one on the right, are those just are those just like literal squares of just like American cheese just plopped on there? And the one on the left the noodles don't even look like they were cooked. And also, like, why does it look like there's like meat or something? Like, did they burn the inside of the... Oh my god. Yeah, prison for both of them. I think one on the right used Kraft singles or something. I think so. And, like, oh my god. It's not hard to bake mac and cheese. Like, I mean, I'm honestly kind of shocked they look that fucked up. Like, you actually have to work to fuck it up, I think. I mean, it's mac and cheese for fuck's sake. Like, how do you fuck that up? It's like, you know, get the noodles boiled up, and, you know, and all nice and noodly. And then, you know, you get, you know, either, you know, you make your mac and cheese in that, or if you want to bake it, you know, put it in the pan and stuff. You know, get all the cheeses and stuff, you know, layer it up and all that shit if you want. You know, put some, you know, bits, you know, bacon bits on top, some breadcrumbs and shit, stuff like that. You know, put it in the oven for a little bit, you know, take it out, and boom. Like, you don't even need to put it in there that long. Like, I imagine, like, you know, 300 degrees for, like, 10, 15 minutes maybe. You know, just enough to get all the cheese melted, nice and gooey and just nice and fresh. You don't need to put it in there that long. I mean, if anything, you know, it's one of those things where you can just eyeball it and just, like, you know, don't really need, like, a certain time. Just depends on how much you make and just eyeball it. For me, I'd say, like, once, you know, the very edges kind of get that nice little slight golden brown, you know, like, then that's perfect. Because then, you know, once you stir it up a little bit, it kind of mixes it all together, kind of gets a little extra little slight texture to things. So, you know, that's, you know, like, at least if you're baking it, that's peak right there. Because then you're not burning anything. It's just, you know, it's gonna be fine. At least that's for me. Just, you know, that nice, like, little slight edge where it just begins. You need to follow your heart. Follow it to your tone. Follow it to your Tums. Exactly, dude. Exactly. I mean, you just need to let the mac and cheese rizz you up. That's what you just need to let it do. Here, see if there's like one more little thing we could look at, like a little fun meme or something. Oh, Left and Mafia are going to be on live a little later. Spat between Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens. gets ugly. Oh shit, oh damn, the cat fights are like the cats are having a fight. Oh shit. The facts don't care about your feelings, kitty. And then you got like fucking Aunt Ruckus over there being a fucking like piece of shit, you know, fucking doing, you know, some slashes too. Like, oh shit. That's kind of interesting. Ooh. See, that is some quality mac and cheese right here. See, that is some quality mac and cheese right there, dude. So that's some good shit. Not only is that with shrimp, but they have bacon bits. Wait, this has shrimp in it? Oh, yeah, I see it now. I see the shrimps. Dude, with a little bit of lemon pepper, some garlic, and a little bit of salt. Oh my god, that would probably be fire as fuck, dude, right there. That looks fire, dude. That looks fire as fuck. Ugh. Here, I don't really know too much else for a little quick memming up. Would you like more shell pasta, mac and cheese, or macaroni? I'm probably a little bit more keen on shell, just because it's kind of a little different. I mean, but I don't really care either way. I'm impartial either or, but if I don't know, like I guess I'm a little bit more keen for the shells, just because I don't know why. I just kind of like them a little more. Kind of have a preference for shells since it's more silk and get caught in it. Yeah. So if you have like bacon bits or like breadcrumbs, stuff like that, they kind of get caught in there and act like a little bowl. Yeah. You know, like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of why a little bit. Yeah, it's because it's, in a way, a little easier, you know, to kind of, you know, get all the goods, you know, because some of it kind of get caught in the shells a little. So, yeah. Man, I'm kind of happy I have mac and cheese at work. Because, honestly, I might grab a little bowl. Do you have chili? No. Chili or cheese? No cheese. No, there ain't no cheese on that chili. There ain't no cheese on that chili situation. So, I mean, all kayfabe aside, yeah, we don't have chili at all. Yeah, let me just like punch Storm's teeth out and buy a bunch of like sex workers and stuff. I'm still kind of convinced that Boogie 298 is honestly, like, still, like, worse than Brett Kane at this point. You could be like Boogie and God Oil as well. Yeah, dude, like, honestly, like, I kind of feel like, at the end of the day, I'm pretty convinced that Boogie's honestly worse than Brett. I mean, because, one, he had his rise, and then he lost it all. And he also is, like, an utter total fucking victim complex, woe is me, pity party fuck. And, you know, while Brett Kane, while he's kind of like that, is a lot more self-aware about it, frankly, I think. Should be making money off that documentary. I don't know if he is or not. I would assume so. I mean, assume you would get some royalties out of it or something. I mean, because he is overtly and openly promoting it, so. I mean, I would assume. At least Brett doesn't have an army of sycophants. That's also true. Like, I mean, that's kind of another aspect where I feel like Brett's worse, you know, than, you know, or Boogie's worse than Brett. Who I would say are worse than Brett. Yeah. Honestly, like, Brett had his time, you know what I mean? I mean, he's still kind of like, you know, that, you know, silly little, like, local that we all kind of know and love. But, you know, he really isn't, like, if you really break it down, he really isn't, like, the worst person in the world. He's just, like, honestly, like, your typical, like, you know, bumblefuck in the middle of nowhere, you know, like, lives in a trailer yokel from the South, basically. I mean, he's really, like, one of those typical dudes for the most part. I mean, you know, the main difference is that he, you know, makes a little money, kind of, maybe, I think, you know, doing YouTube shit. You know, so, and, you know, and also, so, I don't know. And also, I mean, at the very least, I mean, he does have a kid and settled down and, you know, is at least committed to that as well. So, I mean, honestly, like, is more of an example of a typical, that's what I'm saying. It's more of an example of, like, a typical Southerner guy. You know, like, or at least, you know, big boy, you know, Southerner. You know, like, honestly, that's just kind of what he seems like. So, I mean, if you really break it down, he really isn't, like, the worst dude on the planet. He's still kind of shitty, but, I mean, there's seriously definitely worse people out there, especially on the internet. At least when it comes to, like, you know, if we're gonna break it down on, like, you know, internet celebs, or at least former or otherwise. To do a full-on Boogie Gauntlet, yeah. Like, we also need to, like, I still want to put my thesis out there, being like, yo, I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, you know, like, I'm pretty sure that, like, yeah, Boogie's honestly worse than Brett, and I'm willing to propose it. Like, if they want to challenge it and be like, no way, bro, I'm gonna be like, nah, like, I will actually, like, straight up, like, wiggle my way in a call-in or some shit. I don't give a fuck. I'll find a way to, like, be like, no, I'm going to cohesively break this down to you and explain it. There ain't no way I could do it in a chat. Seriously, if Brett can make a Family Waterhead, say what can. Yeah. All you need to do is convince them to watch the documentary all the way through. Honestly, yeah. I mean, we did. And honestly, that shit was just so fucking ridiculous. And I will grant, I hope that him doing a mushroom trip might help, like, tone down his bullshit, but I doubt it. I mean, I don't think so, but maybe you know, that might be a possibility, where he's a little bit more humbled about it, but I mean, I doubt it. He needs an ayahuasca trip at Ego Death. Some ayahuasca, dude. You know, yeah. Maybe. So that doesn't even try. Well, yeah, because he has to. I can't mentality. Like, I mean, that interviewer, you know, like that job lady or whatever the fuck. Like, I mean, she like said it straight to his face. I mean, and he just kind of like, yeah, just kind of went, oh yeah, I guess. I mean, so it's. I mean, he's one of those dudes where it's like, I mean, even when called to his face about it, it's like, yeah. I mean, he's just one of those guys where, you know, he has that mentality. Doesn't try because he doesn't, like, because he's convinced himself that he thinks he just can't. Was that a valid excuse? Sometimes. But, anyhow, gotta get myself to work and all that fun shit, so, at least, call good for now. Of course, you know, be back when I, return from work and all that good shit, so, I'll base out, and I shall see you all in that next one, so, toodaloo, buckaroos.